Okay, so back in August, a One Tree Hill reboot was announced. And even though it's only been a month, there's already a ton of drama going down. I haven't really seen anyone break it all down on YouTube yet, so that's exactly what we're going to do today. Dive into the mess surrounding the One Tree Hill reboot. Like I mentioned, this past August, they announced the reboot, and we found out that Hilary Burton, who played Peyton, and Sophia Bush, who played Brooke, are coming back to Tree Hill. Not only that, but they also will be executive producers. As far as the plot goes, we don't know a whole lot yet, except that Brooke and Peyton are now moms of teens dealing with the same kind of struggles from the original series, which included love, insecurities, and grief. Obviously, everyone is curious about the rest of the core five, aka Chad Michael Murray, who played Lucas, James Lafferty, who played Nathan, and Bethany Joy Lenz, who played Haley. But here's the wild part. It seems like they were all totally out of the loop and haven't been asked to be involved. And the most awkward part of that whole thing is that Joy's been co hosting the Drama Queens podcast with Hilary and Sophia since June of 2021. So you'd think she'd know something, right? But nope. Even Sophia, just recently, has said that the whole talk of a reboot has been in talks for the last 5 years. When asked about the reboot, Joy said, I'm absolutely open to revisiting Tree Hill, but as for this particular one, I don't know. It's so early. I don't know if it's in pilot, I don't know if it's in a series, I don't know where it's at. So, in my opinion, basically, it sounds like she's tiptoeing around the fact that she just wasn't invited. And people are speculating that it's an alleged feud between her and Hillary that is the reason why. What's that feud about, you ask? Book covers. Yes, really, book covers. Hillary released a book last year, and in February, Joy released the cover of her book that's coming out next month. Right after that, literally right after she posted that, Hillary posted a quote on Instagram that said, Imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying. Naturally, everyone thought she was throwing shade at Joy for copying her book cover design. Personally, I don't really see it. I've seen other portraits like this. It's not like Hillary was, doing this super original concept, but I don't know, that's the rumor. And get this, Hillary even blocked Joy on Instagram. Fans have also noticed that for the past year or so on the podcast, that Hillary and Sophia seemed to ice Joy out during many conversations. Actually, Hillary stepped down from the Drama Queens podcast after 6 seasons this past July, claiming it was because she wasn't in seasons 7 through 9 of the show. But here's the thing, whenever this whole podcast first started, I very specifically remember her talking about being excited to cover seasons 7 through 9 because she wasn't in them and she had no idea what was happening. So, what's the real reason? Why is she stepping down? So now it's just Sophia, Joy, and Robert Buckley, who played Clay, hosting the podcast. So, did this whole friendship fall apart over a book cover? It's hard to say. Some people think the tension might be due to Joy having different political views from Hillary and Sophia, but who knows? Sophia still follows Joy on Instagram and co hosts the podcast with her. So maybe they're just keeping up for appearances until the podcast ends. I mean, Sophia did keep working with Chad after their very messy public divorce, so this could be a walk in the park for her if all the rumors are true. She clearly is able to work with people that she does not like and still maintain her job and do well at it. Also, at a recent One Tree Hill event in North Carolina that happened just last weekend, both Joy and Sophia attended, but on different days. Now, it could be scheduling, who knows, but fans noticed that they didn't post any pictures together. Again, I mean, they were there on different days. And someone even commented on Sophia's Instagram, apparently, and said, I know photos with Joy, and apparently Sophia blocked them. Is that true? I don't know. I just read it in comments, and that's what somebody said happened to them. So again, I don't know if it's true, but if it is, it would definitely seem like something is off between Sophia and Joy, which again would kind of make sense because Hillary and Sophia are very buddy buddy. One thing Hillary and Sophia have actually been pushing for a while on the podcast is the idea that Brooke and Payton were the true love story of the show. And I have to disagree with that for so many reasons. I mean, Nayli, right? Plus, their friendship was honestly the most toxic relationship in the entire series.
He's on the door, Peyton! He's on the damn door under me!
Once Hillary left, Brooke barely mentioned Peyton and actually became really close with Haley. And I get that Sophia and Hillary didn't have any part in writing what happened to their characters' friendship, but that doesn't mean that that's not what happened. You can't go and rewrite history. James Lafferty has also said that he does not know any more about the reboot than we do. Some people think that maybe Hillary and Sophia are waiting to ask the rest of the cast until they're sure it's happening, claiming the news leak before they are ready. Here's the kicker though. Jana Kramer, who played Alex Dupre, mentioned on Instagram that she and Hillary talked about how fun it would be for their characters to meet in the reboot. So you're telling me that a side character who nobody liked that much got the inside scoop before the main cast did? That's a choice. I really don't think that anyone is dying to see what Alex is up to in the reboot anyway, but okay. Reports are saying that Chad Montgomery has no plans to return, which is interesting because he's kind of been the one pushing for a One Tree Hill reboot over the years. And it makes me just think that, again, he wasn't invited. He's never been on the Trauma Queens podcast. All the other cast members have, except for him. And some speculate that it's because of his history with Sophia, but my thing is, why couldn't he just go on an episode with just Joy or just Hillary? Because he definitely still gets along with them. Shantel VanSanten, who played Quinn, also chimed in when they asked about the reboot. She said, I've heard about it because I read the news like everyone else. I don't know anything about it. I would do it if it was about fairness and inclusivity, which, in my opinion, kind of speaks volumes, don't you think? But there are some actors who seem to be all in on the reboot. But again, they're not part of the core five, such as Bevan Prince, who played Bevan, and Danielle Ackles, who played Rachel. They're definitely very close to Hillary and Sophia in real life. Fun fact, Danielle and her husband Jensen are set to be executive producers as well on the show. And speaking of Jensen and Danielle, if you're a Supernatural fan, doesn't this whole thing kind of remind you whenever it came out that there was going to be a Supernatural spin-off that Jensen and Danielle were working on, and Jared Padalecki found out, just like everyone else did on social media, and he voiced how he was upset about that. He was very hurt. Long story short, him and Jensen worked that out, but either way, you'd think that everyone would have learned from that to maybe involve core actors and actresses into what's going on with the reboot before the whole world finds out. Honestly, I think this reboot is set up to fail. Not including the main characters is enough to tank it, but then making it all about Peyton and Brooke and pretending that their relationship was the heart of the show, that is just delusional. Also, how are they going to explain Peyton raising the kids without Lucas? Are they going to just pull a Mr. Big in the Sex and the City reboot and just like that, where he had a heart attack on a Peloton and that was that? Are they going to do that with Chad Montgomery's character? Because I don't think anybody is going to appreciate that. I get that Sophia and Hillary want to reclaim the show and do it their way after all of the behind the scenes drama with the original creator back 20 years ago, but it kind of just feels like they're acting like it's only theirs to take. And let's be real, reboots very rarely work out, even if they have everyone on board. Just look at the Gilmore Girls reboot. Didn't work out, and they had every single person on there. But what do you guys think? Will the reboot even get the green light with all the trauma surrounding it? And were Brooke and Payton really the true love story of the show for you? Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more celebrity recaps in under 10 minutes.